Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire. And last time we reached Fallarbor Town. I may have said this in the last one that this is the town with the gym. I got confused. No, it's not. All it's got is a contest house, which kinda sucks. So anyway, yeah, now that we're in Fallarbor Town, this is just basically a rest stop town. But however, there is a guy named Professor Cosmo in here. So we've got a girl named Wanda and a Professor Cosmo. Yeah, these guys... never mind. Obvious joke is obvious, so I'm not going to make obvious joke. But anyway, yeah, there's only one real thing of interest in this town, and that's the Move Tutor house. This is important. The Move Tutor, he will reteach any move to a Pokemon as long as you give him a Heart skill. You can find a few Heart skills lying around, but you're most likely to get them by using Thief on Love Disc. So yeah, when you see the Love Disc later in the game, just use Thief on them. Don't bother catching one. Except for Pokédex reasons, but whatever. But anyway, yes, as you can see, I've done some off-screen training. Pokeboy is now much more competent. And of course, Gavizuli, and Airman, and what's his name? Pretty much the same. However, Solaris has now learned Psychic, which is very, very helpful. I was surprised he actually learned it that early, because Psychic is very overpowered for this stage of the game. Learning it like at level 24 will make a lot of these things a whole lot easier. This is the Fossil Maniac's house. He's a nice guy who loves fossils. Everyone says that. But anyway, this kid gives you TM28 Dig. Dig as a move itself is kind of worthless, seeing as it doubles your, as it takes 2 turns to pull off. But as a sort of all-the-time escape rope, it's pretty nice. I'd recommend putting it on an HM slave if you really needed it to. But anyway, this is the Fossil Maniac. He's a nice guy who loves fossils. But he's not really that nice, though, because he won't give you a freaking fossil, the asshole. But anyway, yeah, he said that there are fossils in Route 111, which is the route that has all the sand in it. We will be seeing that at a later time. But anyway, yeah, one thing I don't like about Ruby and Sapphire is that you can't run inside. That always ticks me off. I'm not sure if they fixed it in Fire Red and Leaf Green or in Gen 4. But anyway, yeah, this guy gives you TM05 Roar, which roars Pokemon away. It's not that useful. But anyway, in a fit of a good idea, I had a good idea. I was going to go through the entire route and fight all of the trainers beforehand, so I wasn't interrupted every 5 seconds. Good idea, right? That's how I leveled up my Pokemon mostly. But of course, there's a double battle, so I gotta, show the double battle. Now, this double battle might actually be kind of challenging, if you're not prepared for it anyway. Because he's got a Roselia and a Graveler. Now, Gravelers are pretty tough if you don't have any water or grass type Pokemons to counter it. But however, I do have a pretty good team for this fight. I've got my Pokeboy and Gavizuli is going to kick Graveler's ass, as we will see. As you'll see in a lot of the battles I use him in, Ember isn't doing a whole lot for Pokeboy right now. I think that's mostly due to Ember's relatively low base power. As soon as we get a better move, Pokeboy will become a whole lot more useful and will probably become an integral part of our team. Now, one thing about Pokeboy that is good when at least going up against rock types is because of his fire ground type, rock type moves are only normal effective. Ground type moves are still super effective, so you gotta be careful, but you don't have to shriek whenever you see Rock Slide coming your way. But yeah, you do, however, have to shriek whenever you see a whenever you see a water type, though. Run for the hills. Run for your life. And anyway, that's Roselia. Roselia, as I said, is pretty easy to defeat. So yeah, good experience to get. I recommend doing the double battles, but I don't recommend commentating over them. So anyway, yeah, we keep on going up, and we see a house. Now, those berries to the right you can only get once you get Surf, and I don't think they're worth coming back to get, so I'm just gonna ignore them. This house is empty, but you learn that this house is is where a girl named Lynette lives, and she talks about this box system. I have not shown the box system yet because it's relatively pointless, but basically, from comparing it to Gold and Silver's, it's awesome, and nowadays it's not aged very well, but it's still better than Gold, Silver, Red, Blue, Yellow. But anyway, this is one of the few references to the old games, this email from Bill. Basically it's saying, it's pretty much the game developers stroking their dicks saying, oh, look at our new fancy awesome, what's it called, box system. I do like the new boxes in this game, but I wish that they made them even more convenient in Gen 4. They're not really that much different. I think they do have a little bit more capacity though, which is nice. Okay, anyway, use Rock Smash here. It leads up to an item, which is good, because we all love items, right? Right? Am I right, fellas? And it's at this point I remembered, oh yeah, hey, I've got a bike. Okay, so that's a protein. Proteins, they help your stats by giving you EVs, or environmental values. I recommend looking up an FAQ if you want to know more about those. But since you can get those for free by fighting Pokemon anyway, unless if you're a serious trainer and want specific amounts, I'd recommend just selling them for money, because you get a whole lot of money, and then just doing it yourself.